I think a real entrepreneur fails 98% of the time. I mean, I can't even, I could spend the rest of my life sitting in front of y'all telling you everything that hasn't worked out the way I thought it is, because it happens every day. To your point, the real shit is, which one are you doing that's consistently a problem? The glaring, most obvious one. Because early on, I figured out, I got very lucky that the internet came along at the time it did, and I was where I was at. I would have been a person that would have guessed about the next big thing in my early 20s, because I hadn't calibrated yet how long it takes for innovation to happen. Notice how I said the metaverse is 14 years away? At 22, when I launched WineLibrary.com in 97, I remember vividly saying to my friends in college, because I wasn't out of college yet, I'm like, by the year 2000, everybody's gonna buy wine on the internet. I didn't realize, because I'm such a yes person, I didn't realize all of you are no people. So I knew that I needed to learn timing. But I learned that one pretty quick. I made that timing mistake wrong a couple of times. I remember I bought an ad on luxury.com. I'll try to get louder. I bought an ad on luxury.com in 1998 for like 10,000 bucks, a lot of money. And I was like, this is gonna be huge. Like, I couldn't wait. I mean, Christmas morning stuff. I barely slept the night before because I knew it was going live 9 a.m. Pacific time, because they were a Silicon Valley company, so noon Jersey time. Had my morning, and I sat in front of the computer at 12:05 to see the orders coming in, and nothing happened. I'm like, okay, 9 a.m. About an hour in, I'm like, nothing. Another hour, nothing. I called them, I'm like, hey, do you have, because I could see they had the right link. I'm like, it was really early internet. Like, we were all figuring it out. And I realized I bought an ad on what seemed to be a big site, but it didn't have it, I had to learn. So I learned being too early, but the one that I'm still working on, and it's funny based on the advice I just gave to Michael, because it's really grounded in something real to me. The mistake I made consistently for 20 plus years was not delivering negative news to people in my company when they were underperforming, because I didn't want to, I viewed it as scaring them. The lowest point of my professional career was the day I had the aha when I was 42, 43 years old, that I had spent 20 years trying to make everyone feel safe, but that I built enough of a reputation that people knew they didn't fully know where they stood with me, because I could see OJ on Friday and be like, OJ, have the best weekend, brother, love you, keep up the good work. And on Monday, call him in and be like, we're gonna have to let you go. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? What happened on Friday? Have the best weekend. And what I did from 22 to 44 was I would blame OJ in that scenario. I'm like, bro, he should have known, like he knows he's been, and because I would sit on it forever. I'm like, he's been underperforming for 2 years. I would put the blame on him. And the reality is, my number one favorite trait about myself normally is full accountability. I believe, how many people own their business? Raise your hand. Let me give you one that is just remarkable. Every single problem in your company is 100% your fault. You hired the person you're blaming, and you can fire them. And so, brother, I'm so happy that I can talk in public that I've gone from a 1 out of 10 on this issue to a 5.2. And boy, has my company and my life changed because of it. And I'm excited to hopefully get to a 7 or 8. I don't think I'll ever get to 10 because DNA is a powerful motherfucker. But I could not deliver negative feedback. And I branded it in a book and to my company. Now we call it kind candor. And I don't care enough about money, so I would carry people even though I was losing profit, but I didn't realize I was actually creating fear, and that killed me. Like, it made me feel like my whole life's work was broken. So I've changed that, and it's been huge. Kind candor. And I know a lot of you who raise your hand struggle with this, especially because some people are like your friend from high school, your cousin, somebody that was with you from day one, but I'm telling you, you have to find kind candor. It also is a very good relationship advice. Like, it's real, and it doesn't come natural to me, but it's real. And that's the thing I constantly made the same mistake on. Can machines start to think better than us? We know that to be true. Does that scare the fuck out of people? Yes, but I promise you, if we were lucky enough to all be able to go dig up our great-great-grandmother and revive her through new technology, and she opened up her eyes and calibrated the world we live in for a day, she'd be like, what the fuck is going on? The TV is a new invention. The TV, the airplane is a fairly new invention. I'm fascinated by people's inability to understand that innovation and technology will always advance. Like literally, there are 90-year-olds walking around on Earth that remember life, forget about pre-internet, pre-telephone, but like real, like, you know what I mean? And so, what do I think? I think the human race has proven for a very long time that we will adjust. And do I believe that many people can be affected in the workforce? Of course I do. That's what always happens. The internet changed everything. And AI will do the same.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Let me say something real quick. I want to get to the next question. Real quick, just an interlude. Everything we've been talking about, since this is where the convo went, the big takeaway for all of you here is stop being a no person and become a maybe person. The fact that most people here have not spent 10 hours, which is a lot but a little in the scheme of your life. The fact that most people here have not spent 10 hours researching artificial intelligence is a mistake. It's a mistake. Like, forget about like you're gonna retire in 3 years. Like, this is gonna impact your life. If you plan on living, this is real. And like, I don't understand just saying no because one of your friends said something or you read one headline that like, and you've become all of a sudden ideological about the workforce. But what really it is you're hanging on to that because you're scared, because you don't get it. You're not good with technology. You need to spend the 10 hours to understand this, because now what will happen is you'll go from full defense to potential offense. Promise, your time when new things pop off, a couple of hours on Googling, you know, I have bad reading comprehension. Go to YouTube, it's the second biggest search engine, so you can listen to it or watch it. I didn't know what the fuck NFTs was, 10 years ago, but I learned. Like, and I really, especially if you own it, one more time, I apologize, who owns a business? I don't understand. Especially if you're looking to not get completely taken out of business in the next 5 years. Like, something could happen. I spoke at the national, this is insane, 6 months after or maybe a year after I invested in Uber, I was the keynote speaker to the national black car and taxi industry in Washington, D.C. I was in a room of like 5,000 taxi and black cab owners, and you can imagine the profile of this crowd. And I said, Uber, and they laughed. So like, we always think we have a moat when we don't. The only moat is leverage with the customer. Whoever's the closest and provides the most value to a customer wins. So if some cockamanian half-ass canvas or production facility builds a very simple front-facing website that uses AI correctly to allow me to type in 2 sentences and automatically render me at the lowest cost a booth, even though you're in the physical business, I promise you that fucker's gonna be a problem for you. You understand? That's how this world works. So I wanna make sure everyone's locked into this morning, back to, what is it, a Wednesday morning. You came here for a reason. I'm humbled by that. I want you to leave with action and real different strategy and perspective. And so please pay attention to this stuff.